platforms or markets. Now, the European Film Festival is currently underway. It's happening at the new Capital Cinema at Riverwalk. But this is one such effort that aims to showcase the rich diversity of creativity. We're talking about the European film industry, but then it's also giving Botswana creatives that opportunity to benchmark and also learn from the European film industry. So this afternoon we're being joined here by the Alliance Française Director, Angelique Saverino, as well as Librarian and Cultural Coordinator, Keletso Moleta. We're just trying to understand this collaboration and perhaps this project, which is the festival, and growth of Botswana's creative sector with the partnership of the Alliance Française. Let me welcome both of you. Good afternoon, bonjour.
Bonjour, good afternoon, Dumelang.
Ça va, Dumelang. All right, let me just quickly get from both of you what the film festival is about. What's happening? There's a film festival going on at the new Capital Cinema that has been going on? Yes.
Yes, correct. It's the 7th edition and we've started already Wednesday. Today is the last day of the festival, so you can still join us at 3 o'clock today and 6 o'clock to watch movies from either Botswana and European countries. And we are showcasing a variety of films. That's the main mandate of the festival, to show how diverse European Union is and to also promote different kind of directors, different kind of topics and countries.
This is fantastic. It's actually quite exciting. So what have we been seeing coming through, or the highlights? What were some of the highlights? Because I know it's a bit of a difficult question for you because you can't favor one over the other. But, you know, some of the highlights that came out of the days of the festival.
So probably one of the highlights that I'd mention is the secondary school and primary school screenings that we had on Thursday and Friday, where we invited public school students to come and watch 2 different films that we had. They were in French with English subtitles, and that also has to do with the fact that French is the only foreign language that's taught in public schools. And so they had that opportunity to come and join us for that as well. And we also created a learning resource from that movie that was then taken to the classroom, just to extend the depth of the festival's impact beyond that one-time event.
Interesting. What film did they watch?
They watched one called Calamity, which is like an adventure story of this young girl to kind of push women to go and face those challenges more head-on.
But is that European or African?
It's French, but yeah. And then the other one was Rouge, or Red Soil, which talks about the impact of climate change.
Interesting. But this is lifelong learning, through creative cultures, through creative industries. But I want to come back to the Alliance and what impact or what collaborations or what has been your hand when we're talking about developing of the creative sector, when we're talking about the film industry. What sort of works are you doing in Botswana?
Okay, so basically the Alliance Française is a cultural center. We have been around since 1980, so 45 years of developing an artistic platform, but also implementing a languages program. So we organize different kind of activity throughout the year. We implement an artistic program, including a film festival, including concerts, film screening at Alliance Française, book lounge, and we are trying to promote not only the French and Francophone culture, but also the artists of the country of Botswana, so that we are becoming a platform for them. So that's to us very important, because we believe in cultural exchange, and we also believe in the weight of the cultural and creative industries. I
want to talk about just that, because sometimes you take it for granted, the value of cultural exchange. Being exposed to one, learning from the other. Let me give it to the cultural coordinator to speak about cultural exchange as something that is worth the time that is being given, that is worth the attention, even at policy level, but also at our level as peoples of different cultures.
I think we sometimes take for granted the full value that can be offered through the culture and creative industries. We was talking with Angelique the other day, and in France, for example, there's like billions of euros or multi-millions of euros that they're making just from culture and creative industries. Whether it's the fund, partially because of the funding and the support that they get, but the way that they've structured and incentivized that is amazing, and they're able to unearth so much in terms of the stories and their heritage, and they get to not only keep that for themselves, but also project and share it onto the world. And I'm sure that's what we're building here as well.
And I want to talk about just that, is how, when you're relating, at least with the film industry, what sort of observations do you make? Because I want to believe that in putting together the film festival, you did get to have some exchanges with the film makers. But what sort of the feedback are you getting, or what are you picking up from the ground? Are there challenges? What is the situation? What are you getting as you are dealing with them? Yeah.
Well, I'd say the industry is still in its early stage of development, and that's something that we're noticing. But I think there's a lot of consistent effort that directors are putting forth, because, for example, if we launch a call for directors to submit applications, we are getting more and more every year. And that's just so that people are still creating despite the challenges that they're facing. In terms of the struggles that they're facing, it's probably just industrializing and creating an ecosystem around that that's supportive to the work that they're doing, and then having consistent structures as well, or institutions that are able to project those on a regular basis. I mean, how often is it that you go to the movies and see a movie that's made in Botswana for Botswana?
Wow.
So, yeah.
This is exciting. I missed almost all of it. So you say the last one is the last screening is today.
We have a screening at 3 o'clock, showcasing the short Botswana movies, followed by a discussion, and also a 6 o'clock movie with a Ukrainian documentary. So I really recommend everyone to come. It's free of charge.
That's where I was going to go.
Yes, definitely. It's open to everyone and free.
Okay, so how many stories from Botswana is it? In your view, was it impressive, or do you wish to see more, or it's a work in progress, or where are the areas of improvement?
Yeah. But as Kgosi mentioned, we have more and more applications every year, so there is a growing interest, and also artists are really eager to tell their own story. So that's really important. And I think, as a French person coming to Botswana, I'm really so I'm so humbled to be able to interact with them and to organize this platform for them, and to be able to know the country also through their eyes, because this is what cinema is about, also getting to understand where you are or where you are not, discovering other places in the world through the eyes of an artist. Okay.
Lastly for you, Angelique, if we could just in under a minute, what service do we get from the Alliance Française? Well, what does the Alliance Française exist? Just as a list form, 1, 2, 3,
Yes.
That's how you engage with the Alliance.
Yes, definitely. We offer language programs, so you can come to us to learn French, but also English and Setswana if you are a foreigner. Whether it's a private class or a group class, online at the Alliance Française, we can come to your company if you are a corporate. And I'm very also excited to say that we are HRDC and BQA accredited, HRDC from this year, which means that you can get refunded as a company if you pay for your employees. We also offer translation services and interpretation from English to French and French to English. And we also have an online library and an on-site library. So if you live in Maun and you really want to, to keep your French going on, you can access our online library. Okay,
just a quick one. Global collaboration is necessary when we're talking about creative sectors. I want you to close on that. On that note, speaking to global collaboration, speaking to Botswana's creative sector, and this is taking cue from the European Film Festival.
Yeah, I think the exchange that we have during the festival is very interesting, both on a global and on a local level, because you come to see film directors. I mean, we have a panel discussion after the screening as well, and it's during that moment that not only film directors, but actors and different creatives come together to see what they're going to create going forward as well. And it also goes to what the directors that are involved from the European side, or the partners and the support that we have. And so I think we're looking to just see more and more support from different areas coming towards the festival, because it is only through collaboration that we can move forward.
Thank you so much, Kgosi Moleta, who is librarian and cultural coordinator at the Alliance Française. She was here with Angelique Savarino.
Yes.
Angelique Savarino is the director of the Alliance Française. But on that tip, this is where we wrap it up for this afternoon on Botswana Connects. But do remember, 3 p.m. another screening is happening at the new Capital Cinemas, which is at Riverwalk. This is of the European Union Film Festival, which showcases Botswana stories. Goodbye.
Welcome to Botswana Television Studios, where your concept becomes